Stagg Junior 24B. How good is it? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker. Everybody has a brand new video. Today on the bar top, we have one of the newer releases of Stagg Junior. This is the 24B, coming in at a whopping 127.8 proof, which is, if you remember from the 24A, I think that was 127.6 proof. And then also, just now being released at the exact same time that the 24B is being released, we've got the 24C. So you're getting an influx of drops of Stagg Juniors hitting the markets right now. So make sure you guys get out there, check your local stores, because some of these distributors are dropping both of these at the exact same time. So you might, where one store might get one case, they might be getting two cases, and they might be getting one of each. So make sure you guys get out there, do your hunting, do your rounds, check your local stores. Hopefully you can snag one of these bottles for the Christmas and holiday season. But if you don't, make sure you subscribe, because as I keep saying, 10,000 subscribers, we're doing the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and you guys are absolutely crushing it. We are just about 200 subscribers away, and I would love to be able to hit that by the end of the year, or possibly by Christmas, to give one of you guys an awesome Christmas gift. I'm giving away a Buffalo Trace Trio set of Blanton's Eagle Rare and E.H. Taylor Small Batch. So smash that subscribe button, check the link down below for the Instagram post, comment hashtag EDD10K, like the video, subscribe, comment. Let's get back into the review. Stagg Junior 24B. Already cracked this bad boy open with a couple of buddies the day I got it, because I was excited, and we were drinking some whiskey, and why not bring out the Stagg that was just picked up. But I'm very excited to bring you guys a review of this bad boy, because it's incredible, and I'm gonna let you know about it. But when we are done drinking this one, I'm gonna compare it to my absolute favorite Stagg Junior to see how it compares. But let's get into this bad boy right here. Stagg Junior 24B, 127.8 proof. I want Stagg to get back up into that 130 proof here soon. So hopefully that happens soon. But into the nose, Stagg Junior 24B. This is giving you a little bit more of that darkness, that richness that Stagg Junior has to offer, whereas that 24A was a little bit softer and a little bit more warmer and inviting. This is coming back down to that Stagg Junior roots. Really nice cola effect coming off of this nose. This nose is dark. I'm getting rich Luxardo cherries, like not the cherry itself, but the juice that the cherries sit in, and it just sits in the back of my nose and like just lingers there. And every time you go back in for another sniff, that is just that little tiny essence of everything that this has to offer, is that rich, thick, just cherry juice that is just so wonderful. A little tinge of like a smoked wood in this. And then I get, like, if you ever express orange oil onto like an old fashioned or a cocktail, but you use your lighter to burn those oils, that's what I'm getting. It's giving a little bit of a citrusy note, but past that, it smells like it's just been amplified. And that's being amplified by that flame, giving that oil a little bit more nuance behind it. And that's something that's really nice behind this. This is really dark fruits, really nice light citrusy notes, but then that richness just follows behind it on the nose, and it is wonderful. And as this sits in the glass and just opens up, you get a little more sweetness, some more soft notes that come through on this. That's the biggest thing that I find, is like, you might dive into a nose the first time you pour it into a glass. Even if it's a bottle that's been opened, you pour it in a glass and you smell it and you're like, oh, this is good. Sit there and wait and let that thing what am I looking for? Let that just marinate in the glass for a little bit, and it will change from 1 second to second 30 to second 60 in the glass. And it's really cool how it just, the evolution in the glass can just change that quickly. But let's get a palate, see what this bad boy's got to offer. That's rich, that's dark, that's got some spice. It really does bring you back to what Stagg Juniors were. Whereas like I said, the 24A didn't really have a darkness to it. It was a different breed of Stagg. It was bringing in this lightness, this softness that was different. I liked it for what it was, but it wasn't a traditional Stagg. And this is bringing me back into why I love this Buffalo Trace product so much. And man, oh man, this is wonderful. If you want a sample of this, all you gotta do is check out the Patreon, because I'm gonna give away a sample of this over there. So make sure you check the link out down below for the Patreon to join up. For as little as $2 a month, you get entered into the sample giveaways and fun things along those nature. And yeah, you could possibly get a sample of Stagg Jr. 24B. Check out the Patreon link down below. But this, again, on the nose, it's opened up a little bit more. Once you take those first couple of sips, you get that all over your palate, and you go back in, your entire cavity is ready for what this has to offer, and this is absolutely wonderful. This brings you that oakiness, like a rich, just like not campfire-esque, but it kind of brings me into a campfire without the smoke or the burntness to it. I'm getting that cherry cola that I love so much. A little bit of a grapiness that I find in Eagle Rare. Sometimes like a cherry and a grape cola kind of having this battle on my palate, which is absolutely lovely. This is incredible. I love everything that this has to offer, because it's got a little bit more of a graham crackery note, that a rich honey note on that nose that I'm getting on the back end of my palate now, whereas this has so much to offer. The mouthfeel is incredible. It lingers on your palate. It doesn't have any tinge of bitterness. It sits on the center of my tongue and just brings a little bit of a spice, a little bit of like a white peppery note that's really, really nice. This is very complex for a Stagg Jr., I will say. It's robust in every single way that's lovely. Let's break out the Stagg Jr. Batch 15 and see how it compares. I really need to get a new bottle of this. I say it all the time. Stagg Jr. Batch 15, one of my absolute favorite pours of all time. This was a release, I think, in 2020 or 2021. Can't quite remember the specific release of this. 131.1 proof and absolute dynamite. Again, I need a new bottle of this because it's one that I savor so much. But nonetheless, let's go into the nose of these two real quick and see what the differences are. So the first thing off of the bat that I find when I go into like older batches of Stagg is I kind of find the older whiskey that these have in them that I think they have in them. Nobody really knows how old these products are, but you get a mustiness, a dampness, an oaky presence that these older Staggs have that the new ones don't get. And I find that this to be a little bit more of an elegance, like, in it. It's more elegant on the nose because it's got a little bit more of a body. Whereas this one has that body, but this just is on another level with that nose. But this is sweeter. The one on the right does have a sweeter nose, whereas this one brings in a little bit more of that dry oak that it has to offer. Let's get into the palate of these two, see what their differences are. Dry, dries out the tip of your tongue. Sweet off the bat, really nice, just like a burnt brown vanilla butteriness that goes on for it. You get that savoriness, but a burst of sweetness follows over it, and it leaves this coating of oiliness on your tongue, and then it just dries it out. And that's because I really do think that these older Staggs are older. They have some older whiskey in them, and they bring in a little bit more of that older style, just what that old whiskey has to offer, where it just, you get a little bit more of that oak presence, and it goes a long way. Really, really good up front with that dark cherry fighting with that grapiness that's really, really nice. It's dark, it's robust, it's very well rounded off, but it doesn't have anything compared to Stagg Jr. Batch 15. This is on another level. A lot of people say that Stagg Jr. Batch 12 is their favorites, and it's good. It's really good. I think it's probably my second or third favorite Stagg Jr. Batch ever released, but I will die on the grave and say Stagg Jr. Batch 15 is my favorite. The new one is darn good, but it doesn't compete. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys drop that like, leave that comment, smash the subscribe button for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Check the link out down below for the Patreon to get your sample of the Stagg Junior 24B. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.